That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
Don't it?
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Unlock it after I already did lock it.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Let's see if there's anything special here. Lifeline. Run to feed, no. Yeah, time. Speed. Foes. Nope, nothing special.
To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Can't decide between a hammer and a brusher's pike? Take both.
Okay, let's see what they not tell me about this stuff again.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Right.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
Okay, something interesting, something I can use.
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him.
Zulf's an asshole.
The shards are getting harder to find.
Let's just go here. Okay. I wonder how many shards I got left. And I hope that when there is some exposition, it's more than just two.
Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this.
I hate these guys.
As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
guys would actually pop up and stop dicking around with me.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt.
Waiting, I should head back and
Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
this is annoying.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot.
I guess this is the ideal weapon for any plant.
You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
What are these guys? Pecker nest.
Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
Peckers.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still, we pressed on.
I'm trying to press on.
After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron,
Yeah, I'm
look
really
down
like
through
this.
all the smoke and flames.
So much easier gets it.
We saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity.
You know these things are gonna fucking pop out. You're fucking with me. And there's my shard.
We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog.
It always does.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
What? Okay. Are you gonna tell me a secret?
Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him.
Oh, there we go.
Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
Ah, now he tells me. Son of a bitch.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day.
Pops like a pimple.
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
hippo on a school day. Still. Yeah.
The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell.
Ah, shit.
Kid don't shed any tears for him, though. It's awful
Damn it.
hot in there.
I knew I was gonna get hit. Hitting it from all over.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
Just in case, let me see if there's anything else I missed out here. Nope. Sure isn't. Yeah, let's just. I got
All
my
the
shot.
fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
I got my shards. That's all I need. Or my shard. Go on to the next area. Get to hear about more stuff happening. Or not. Feel
It
like
comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
great.
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Let's see what's at Mount Zand. Another shard and maybe a little bit more storyline.
Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore.
Right in the face.
There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot.
This makes for an interesting journey. Let's hold it off.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
I really hate that picture.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
Can I get in there? Can I get in there? I can't get in there. Huh.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. It's a delicate situation. But they ain't yet prepared for any company. Besides, we have to take back what's ours.
I'm feeling that's a message. There's a message in here. Ah! Shit. Yeah, there's a message. That wasn't worth the trip. Actually, this was.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down, quick and clean. There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
God damn it. Took my height. Granted, this is an interesting weapon, but I get in a group of enemies
Look
like
at
that.
it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours.
Okay, the old man's getting creepy now. Very, very creepy.
What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves.
That's a nice weapon. Still need time. But okay, let's queue. Let's get the bike. Let's go with the water.
Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking.
Take that. Like
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
this is almost biblical. It's like one of the Crusades or something. Not finding that secret message.
They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
I ask you, who's the real enemy? Flat life.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
Maybe this is just a telling of
We
mine.
just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
A lot of enemies.
You don't need to keep tangling with all those things.
Oh. Well, thanks for telling me. Now I get out of here.
He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Now I get to worry, because there'll be big twist at the end, M. Night Shyamalan type twist, and oh, he was the real monster. Raw monsters. Blah, blah, blah.
We'll all be be better off once the Bastion is complete. The monument better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Yeah, that Zolf's an asshole.
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends.
No. Eesh. Oh. Lost and found. Try to fresh. Greasy. Not yet.
Fix that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective.
Hey, it's dubstep. I'm sure a real video game music fan would just cream their pants right now. But
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
you tell me, buddy. I have no idea. Stick eyes are highly resistant to damage when their eyes are shut. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, I think this is the last shard. I think it's the last shard. I only have one more upgrade needed.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelondia.
Boom.
It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes a burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, the rattletails.
The hell kind of animal is that?
Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit.
Thanks for that.
Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks.
Nope. There it is.
Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things.
So, am I gonna get stuck to a rock? Just heal myself now before I get and die like last time.
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
Yeah, go kick his ass. He was the one shooting you, not me.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. But there was even more to it than that. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
Yeah.
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot.
I don't know. I don't know
Might be
anything
the
about
gods told him the quarry's bad news.
Hey, I'll take on those.
On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine for their liking. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was God's. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
Gotta be quicker about this.
The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core can keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Why is he telling me now about the cores?
The smaller ones, we call them shards.
Right. Slowly revealing himself, isn't he?
A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Ah, shit.
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use.
Right.
Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
Yeah.
That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion quarry is Sir Lucky's head. His big fat rump's plenty tough too, but so is the kid. Hard times in the quarry these days. We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says.
Sounds like you shrunk.
It's him.
It is.
"I've come to warn you," he says.
Uh-oh. Old man is gonna be the bad guy.
"The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back."
That's it. I can't even get the shard, can I? There's a switch over here. I wonder, can I? No. No. This fix anything? Nope, sure does it. So no shard for me. Can't get by there. Oh, that's
Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. "If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you."
Is that the kid?
"Because my countrymen will."
Oh shit, it's on now. It's time for a war with the kid and the other people, the Zolf. Until the calamity destroyed it. See what's happening at the Bastion. See if there's a war going on.
Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word.
What the hell was that?
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back.
There was a back door.
I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
Those fucking auras that I don't know anything about.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help.
I'm here.
Our baby pecker. He don't make it. The Ura think they got him. They're wrong. Our little squirt. He don't make it. Somehow, some way, he sends those who are a packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.